Funding for Schaeferless is provided by Squarespace, the sponsor of today's video. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. More info at the end of the video. So, I rewatched Avatar recently because of course I did, and good news, it's still one of the best TV shows of all time. I've gotten quite a few requests to talk about this show, but truth be told, I never thought it was necessary because everyone already knows it's one of the best TV shows of all time. I don't like making videos that just reinforce the accepted status quo. I prefer to express and elaborate on some of my more unconventional opinions. And I don't have a whole lot of unconventional Avatar opinions. My favorite episode is Zuko alone. Whoopee. What am I gonna do? Talk about how it's a perfect half hour of television? You know that already. You know why I love the Ember Island players, the chase, the beach, the puppet master, the day of Black Sun, the crossroads of destiny, the boiling rock, the 4-part finale, all that good stuff. My opinions are the same as the fanbase's opinions for just about every episode. Well, except Tales of Ba Sing Se. Don't get me wrong, this one is for sure in my top 10, and I absolutely adore how it gives our main characters a chance to breathe and live life on their own. But my ranking for the 6 segments within this episode was a bit controversial when I posted it on Twitter. So I thought, what better excuse to finally talk about Avatar than to explain my unconventional opinions on a universally loved episode. Here's my ranking of the Tales of Ba Sing Se. Enjoy. I don't think anyone is going to get upset with this placement. The Tale of Aang is cute, filler fluff that I have no strong feelings towards whatsoever. It's fine, but it's the only segment where I start squirming in my seat waiting to get back to the great stuff. Now, I'll take any excuse to see Cabbage Man whatsoever, so I'm cool with it. But it's just a little weird to see such a jovial and whimsical segment given to Aang, who's been going through a lot these past few episodes due to the loss of Appa. Remember, at the end of the previous episode, Long Wang, or whatever his name was, directly threatened Aang about Appa. Oh, it'd be a shame if you didn't find your bison. Aang still could have done those zoo shenanigans, but I would have liked it if it tied into his search for Appa in some way. Or maybe he connects with one of the animals because he sees Appa in them. As is, it's a weird little speed bump in Aang's otherwise laser-focused mission to get Appa back throughout the second half of season 2. And I feel like they could have done more with it. But hey, it's cute, so whatever. Okay, here's an Avatar hot take for y'all. I don't care about Momo. I don't dislike him, but I don't think he adds anything to the show, and I was really not looking forward to ending this amazing episode on a segment dedicated entirely to him. But it surprised me by being perfectly adequate nonetheless. What brings this part down for me is the fact that it's just a diet version of the very next episode, Appa's Lost Days, except it's with a character who I'm not really interested in seeing the journey of. I feel like it shouldn't have been that hard for Momo to escape those panthers, but it was wholesome when he rescued them, I guess. It's a short and moderately entertaining skit, but I don't think it's as interesting as a lot of people say it is. Ultimately, it's saved quite a bit by its relevance to the ongoing story and how it showcases a character coping with the loss of Appa, something Aang's story didn't bother doing for some bizarre reason. This is where things start getting great. Toph and Katara had never really gotten along that well prior to this episode, so the fact that they get paired up for a chance to bond is such an inspired idea. Katara takes Toph to a spa day, DNF in the scene, and even though things go a little awry, what the fuck? The spa day is mostly a success. I just love seeing these two bond over an activity I honestly couldn't have seen either of them enjoying. It's really wholesome. It's also wholesome when they dispose of some bitches who make fun of Toph's makeup. You just love to see it. The ending conversation is what really makes this whole segment though. It's beautiful to see Katara expressing her admiration for Toph despite their differences. I'm just happy these crazy kids are finally getting along. This is an absolutely perfect way to start the episode and the day that takes place within the episode. Great stuff. The Tale of Sokka. I'm gonna level with y'all. This shit is fire. Haiku rap battle where Sokka goes head to head with a haiku lord? You love to see it. Maybe it is just filler, but it's the best kind. As it goes along, it's so much fun to keep up with these loony poems. I mean, this lady is so hell-bent on taking our poor Sokka down. Like, ask yourself this. Why does this lady have a plum inside her sleeve? Clearly she has it just in case a haiku fraud needs to be exposed. But Sokka's no fraud. He goes on to win the match, knock her down a peg. Yet a tragedy occurs right before our eyes. Sokka just won't stop. He could have just quit when he was still ahead, but his hubris failed him. Oh, Sokka, my boy, why'd you have to let us down? You broke all our hearts. So yeah, Sokka's Tale. I know that it's just filler, but it's so much fun. The way these two spar as we count the syllables to make sure they're good, it's just inspired. Though, to be fair, Sokka's right. Haikus aren't very hard.
Too many syllables, Bob.
Oh shit. Okay, ask yourself a question. Is the tale of Iroh the best overall part of the episode? Or is its ending the best overall part? Yeah, I'm really pulling an Up on you guys with this question. However, unlike Up, I actually do consider the tale of Iroh to be a masterpiece in its own right. It's all about Iroh going about his day and helping anyone he comes across. A perfect testament to his good nature. These little vignettes within a vignette are all loosely connected, yet they all paint a beautiful picture of this kindly old man and the lengths he goes to help any stranger he comes across. From the little boy he sings to the kids he gives advice to the guy trying to mug him. I mean, really, think about that. Iroh is being mugged, yet after knocking the guy who's mugging him down, he takes the time to not only give him advice on how his stance should be, but also what he should do with his life. He could have just walked away, but instead he sits down and changes this guy's life for the better by talking to him and believing in him. What a saint. And yet, he still has to live with the fact that he wasn't able to help his son. Here he is, on his son's birthday, in the city where his son perished in battle. All the pieces have been put in place for one tour de force, emotionally devastating scene, and it doesn't disappoint. If you don't cry from Iroh's tearful tribute to his late son, you will cry from the episode's tribute to Iroh's late voice actor. When I think about how much I love Tales of Ba Sing Se, this segment is the one that comes to mind first. Surprising, I know, but I can't help it. The tale of Zuko, to me, is the most beautiful and captivating overall part of the episode. It's not as strong as the ending of Iroh's tale, but when taking the parts as a whole, I have to give this one the edge, even though both Zuko and Iroh's parts are 10 out of 10s. The reason this part stuck with me for so many years is because it's the first time I can remember seeing Zuko truly happy. It was genuinely moving to see him grow to care for this girl despite his reluctance to go out with her. It's fun to see him try and act normal and go on a date with someone, and the awkwardness isn't off-putting or embarrassing, it's really charming. Especially since Jin never gets frustrated with Zuko's inability to act normal on a date. She's charmed by his aloofness and his attempts to juggle, which results in property damage. You can feel her passion when she takes him to the fountain, as well as her disappointment when the lights are all out. And here we see Zuko, who hardly ever does a kind thing for anyone other than his uncle, put everything on the line and firebend these lamps just for the sake of making this girl he hardly knows happy. I mean, that smile he gives her, damn! He didn't just warm these lamps, he warmed my heart. Aww. It's charming when he gets out of kissing Jin by using a coupon, and I love the fact that when she does kiss him, he kisses her back. Like, deep down, he does want a simple life with her here, even though he keeps telling himself that his true destiny is to capture the Avatar and return home. This story ties into his character arc magnificently, and it really left an impression on me because of how happy Jin made Zuko. I had never felt more betrayed by a fictional character than I did with Zuko in Crossroads of Destiny, and all throughout the first half of Season 3, where Zuko came to grips with his unhappiness with his new life, I thought about Jin, and how great things could have been if Zuko had chosen that path. I'm glad things worked out for him in the end, but when I first saw this episode, I was simply in awe of this part. It gave me so many new insights into Zuko as a character, and while it inevitably had to end in a bittersweet way, I don't know. I feel like Iroh asking how the date went, only for Zuko to tell him it was nice, was still a satisfying conclusion for this short story. The tale of Zuko will always be my favorite tale of Ba Sing Se. Oh, also, I brought you guys something. It's a coupon for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain from Squarespace. Oh wait, I messed up the order my uncle told me to go in. Let me start over. Hey, wouldn't it have been convenient if there was a website where you could report lost sky bison to? If there was, then the Aang gang could have just posted that Appa was missing on that website, and bada boom, they would have gotten him back right away. Well, the good news is now you can make a website for lost sky bison with Squarespace. Squarespace is a fantastic, intuitive online website builder that allows you to create beautiful websites for your business or personal hobby. Present your work using Squarespace's professional portfolio designs. Display projects in customizable galleries and add password-protected pages to share private works with clients. You can even present your videos from YouTube, Vimeo, and Animoto on your Squarespace site. Add an image overlay to your video to improve your website's load speed by waiting to embed video players until playback starts. Pulling content from Twitter, Foursquare, Instagram, 500px, or Flickr directly into any page, sidebar, or footer of your site. In addition to configuring third-party domains, customers can purchase domains directly from Squarespace. Over 200 TLDs are currently available for purchase, and each domain comes with a beautiful parking page and free WHOIS privacy. If you're ready to share your passions or promote your business with the rest of the world, head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/ShayFrillis to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.